Welcome into another video in my series where we're testing out all the weapons inside of Modern Warfare 3, including the aftermarket parts and conversion kits, including the MW2 weapons, to see just how viable they are inside your Modern Warfare 3 games. Now today I've been poking around through the MW2 weapons and I found one that was mentioned in the comment section down below was to go ahead and give the Minibak a try from MW2. So with that being said, I love it when you guys leave me weapon suggestions to go give a try. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is checking out the Minibak from MW2. But currently going on, there's the brand new event, the Vortex VI Rust mainframe event. I think I'm about halfway done, so let me know down in the comments, guys, how far you are along in the new event. So if you guys are new around here and you'd like to find out how weapons perform inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. As well, down below in the description, you will find the link for my stream, and I'd just be honored to have you guys come hang out. I stream a lot of zombies-related games and stuff, so it'd be awesome to have you guys there. Now, without further ado, today we're going to go be checking out the Minibak from MW2, taking it through all three zones, doing bounties, and testing the weapon to see just how well it performs inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. Hopefully, by the end of the video today, you'll have a really good idea if the Minibak is a good performing weapon for you inside of your games. But without further ado, let's get to the Minibak review video today. Alright, welcome in. We're going to be spawning in with the Minibak from MW2. We've got Orion camo on there, and I can't remember the name of the blueprint we have underneath the Orion camo, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So for today's run, I'm definitely going to be keeping this camo on the weapon for sure. But welcome in. As we do when we do all the weapon testing videos, we're going to be spawning in with the weapon, and we're going to be put on our perks and nothing to make the weapon any stronger at all whatsoever. Excuse me, zombie, I am busy trying to get things into my body, which is drinking perks and getting my ether blade, so please leave me alone, zombie. Alright, so now that we have my perks on and my ether blade, which is the only extra I had today, it's time to go off and grab ourselves our first bounty of the day. So we're off to tier 1, we got ourselves our bounty, we have no ammo mods, we have no pack-a-punch, and we have no weapon rarity on the Minibak. And our first bounty of the day was a Mangler. Now I was impressed, I could already tell just how much damage this Minibak was doing. Also, I do want to mention right off the hop, I was really happy to see the ammo count on the Minibak. It's got a pretty good, decent amount of bullets, which is nice. You're not stuck reloading all the time. But look at that critical damage you can see when you get the hits on the Mangler. He definitely takes a ton of damage. And again, we're white rarity. There's nothing on the ammo at all. No extra pack-a-punch, ammo mods, anything to help make it any stronger whatsoever. And I was definitely able to deal with this Mangler inside of tier 1. Although I did have an absolute ton of zombies around tier 1 here when I was dealing with this Mangler. I was really surprised at the number of zombies that were around, considering we are in tier 1. There was an ammo cache right there, so I just ran over and got some more ammo. We finished off our Mangler in tier 1, got a nice self-revive out of that, which is awesome. And then it was time to go off to Pack-a-Punch and get this Minibak to pack 1. So we meleeed the machine to keep the camo on and then put it to pack 1. Now it's time to go and grab ourselves another bounty inside of tier 1 and see just what Pack-a-Punch can do with white rarity on a bounty inside of tier 1. Like, the first bounty contract went really well, so I was really feeling like just adding Pack-a-Punch to this would make this bounty just really easy work. So we picked up our second bounty of the day, which is a Mangler again, and we are just Pack-a-Punch this time, and you can already see, like, what a difference. He didn't even move. I don't even think I finished up my magazine. So that was pretty amazing. We got 2 perks that we needed. I was a little low on perks today, so that was awesome. So the next thing to do is to put Legendary and Napalm on the Minibak, and now we're pack 1 Legendary with Napalm Burst, and it's time to go grab our third bounty of the day inside of tier 1 and see just what a Legendary Pack-a-Punched with Napalm Burst Minibak will do to a bounty contract inside of tier 1. And it was our third Mangler, and wow, just look at that. Wow, absolutely wrecked. We're not going to talk about the loot. Moving on, it was time to pick up a bounty inside of tier 2 and see what pack 1 Legendary with Napalm Burst on the Minibak will do to a tier 2 bounty without getting it to pack 2 or anything like that. And wow, this is definitely something that you guys can run inside of tier 2 with it being just single pack. It would work if you didn't have Legendary. If you had an epic tool, you would be just fine with this for sure. The run I did before recording, I used an epic tool, and it was pretty much the same damage as you're looking at now with legendary, so you don't have to worry about that. Definitely a viable weapon for sure. We'll have to visit Pack-a-Punch to get it to pack 2, and then we have to go off to grab ourselves another bounty inside tier 2 and see what a double Pack-a-Punch legendary with napalm burst Minibak will do to a tier 2 bounty, because we were single packed and the first one wasn't much of an issue. We got another mangler today, which I love showing you guys manglers all the way through, and yeah, I just stood there and just dished out his death. It was pretty awesome. I stowed the napalm burst because that's my favorite ammo mod, as you guys know, and then I was just gonna go grab another contract, but there was one that showed up like literally right there, so I just picked up that bounty, checked out some of the loot there. Nothing really that I needed. There's some decent cash for sure in those registers. I think I got about $900 in the registers out of cash, which is pretty awesome. Let me know in the comments the most you have ever seen inside of a cash register inside of your MW3 Zombies games, because that Mimic, he didn't have much chance. This weapon is money for sure. So let's see what we got for loot there. We got death perception, which I already had, so we didn't need to do that. So there's not much left to do. We got to put on pack 3 with the crystal I brought in, and then it was off to tier 3 to grab the rest of our perks to see what tier 3 has in store for us. So we went and labeled off the Wonder Fizz machine, flew into tier 3, and grabbed the last 2 perks that I was missing today, which was Death Perception and Tombstone. And then it was time to grab a bounty in tier 3, but I noticed I was the only player in tier 3, so I took a total advantage of that, and I grabbed the cargo contract, because, you know, who doesn't like easy loot inside of tier 3 and EG contracts inside of tier 3. So I went and got the card contract, completed that, and went and checked and see what I got in the loot, which was the Tombstone schematic. I did actually grab that and to try and give that off to another player at the end of the match, like I try and do. So we picked up another bounty here inside of tier 3, and this one was the Mimic. I was really hoping to get a Mega Abomination to show you guys, but yeah, it was a Mimic, but it wasn't actually a Mimic. Oh no, it was a Mimic. I wanted to show you guys the Disciple here. That's right. So that's a tier 3 Disciple. Like, the Minibak just melted it. The Mimic was definitely taking some serious damage, and the Minibak is definitely doing work to, you know, the Mimic bounty inside of tier 3 for sure. There was a lot of zombies around in this area while I was completing this contract, so it was a bit of a challenge. But as you can see, as I thinned out the herd and got it down to just the Mimic, you can see the damage I'm able to do when I'm getting the critical hits. The Mimic doesn't really stand much of a chance if you're able to continuously fire. As you can see here, I was able to fire from range, and I was able to tape out the Mimic there, not a problem. But I was thoroughly impressed with the Minibak for sure. So a huge thank you for the suggestion. This is definitely an awesome weapon, and one that I would recommend that you guys can run inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. In any tier, any zone, Dark Aether, it won't matter. This weapon will definitely shred. If you're going to Dark Aether to make things easy on yourself, I would recommend bringing in a legendary tool, getting into triple pack. But if you're just going to stay in the regular match and not going to go into the Dark Aether, and you're just going to be running tier 3, you'll be fine with epic tool and triple pack for sure, not a problem. Now this location for the Mega Abomination bounty contracts is one of my least favorites. They run around freely. The laser attacks are there. It's really hard to find cover from them. I almost died right here, down to like 50-something health. Very, very close. We're shooting the Mega Abomination. We had another one join us, so I've got my bounty now, and then I've got another Mega Abomination just that was in the area who joined in the fight. So we've got another Mega Abomination party. I tell you, I'm getting tired of getting invited to these Mega Abomination parties. They're not fun. They're not fun at all. There's a bunch of zombies. People are trying to kill you. The Mega Abominations are trying to eat you. Like, I don't know whose idea of a party this is, but it certainly isn't one for me, that's for sure. Well, we finished off our Mega Abomination bounty contract, and like I've been saying, this Minibak is so strong. Like, it was just literally easy work dealing with these Mega Abominations. When you're able to get the critical shots in, when they've got the laser attack, you can see the damage is just astronomical. Totally wrecks the Mega Abominations, which is amazing. So we were trying to finish off the other Mega Abomination that third-partied our Mega Abomination bounty contract fight, and just try and take him out here so I can go get my loot from the original Mega Abomination bounty contract. And I'm not sure. I think the zombies are throwing meat at me up there. I'm not quite sure what hit me. But he's about to fire up his last laser attack right here, and I finished him off after I jumped back down. and take him out, and we were able to check out our loot. But I was really impressed. Like, this is such an awesome suggestion, and I have to say that you guys in the comments section are finding just some awesome hidden gems within this game for weapons that are viable within inside of your MW3 Zombies game. So a big shout out to you guys down in the comment suggestion. Thank you so very much. It's been tons of fun. Every time you guys run a suggestion by me in the comments, I'm super excited to go in and test that weapon out, as it's always good times. So we went and checked out the loot from the reward rift. There wasn't really much for it, and then we got our cash from the other Mega Abomination. Then it was time to go down and see Zhorde, the Guardian of the Arches, and he was extra feisty today. Like, holy smokes, he was chompy away. We got him into our cheese spot here in this pathway, and behind me today, I don't think I show it to you guys in the video, but I did park a vehicle. You can see it on the map there on the top left of the screen. I have a vehicle on the back end of this path. I was just testing to see if that would stop zombies from coming around behind me, and for the most part, it worked. So this is going to become a spot where I think you can get everything to come at you from just in front of you and not behind you, which was awesome. And Zhorde must have been feeling bad because he left me just some epic loot. We got a PAP-2 crystal out of Zhorde and the Scorcher wonder weapon, which I was super happy to be able to give to a player today. And I think you guys will see in the footage that this player, I'm not sure if they've had the Scorcher before. I was happy to give it to them. It was a little challenging to try and get their attention here. I had to stand right in front of them so they would understand what I was trying to do. And then you can tell in the footage that I really don't think they'd used the Scorcher before. I think they were pretty excited about it. Felt pretty good here when they picked it up, and I was like, okay. Most of the time when they pick it up, they, will start running around. But this person was looking at it, so I had a feeling that maybe it was the first time they'd ever got the Scorcher. And then they jumped away and flew with the Scorcher, and then came back down, and then proceeded to run around and shoot the Scorcher. So I definitely feel like this gave me some, good feelings for sure. I feel like I gave player a wonder weapon that they hadn't had a chance to use yet. So that was pretty cool. It felt pretty awesome to do that. And then I did have a schematic and a durable gas mask that I was hoping to give away to some players. So I was hoping to grab this player's attention and drop them off some more amazing loot so that they could have a good day. And as you can see, they're just shooting away with the wonder weapon. So here I dropped them off the durable gas mask, which they immediately picked up, so they clearly needed that. And then it took me a second to realize I should have totally dropped the schematic right then at the exact same time too for them, because not a lot of people have the tombstone schematic as far as I understand. So I went and dropped that one off for the player as well, and they needed the schematic. So that was a success. That's a big win. Let's get some W's in chat for that, because that is definitely something I'd love to do, is be able to help out other players. So that's awesome to see. And then it was time to hop on the helicopter and get out of Dodge, push up our containment level a little bit higher on our character here that we're using. And then at the end of the video, let's all work together down below in the comment section and see if we can't come up with a just epic build for the Minibak, so that we can all run this amazing epic build inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. As I'm sure you guys will have some changes to the build that I used, but this is the build I used for the run today. And as always, I just truly appreciate all the support, and for you guys tuning in, thanks so much. We'll catch you guys in the next one.